Deftones, Anniversary of an Uninteresting Event, Guitar Tabs and Guitar Lesson. I'm going to play all the parts right at the beginning here. After that, I'll go back through, give a full explanation for it. Please hit that subscribe button. It's the best way to let me know you like this video and want to see more Deftones stuff in this style. And now, let's go for it. Okay, so a bit of piano interpretation here. Only two chords, nothing too wild here, but some interesting, arpeggiated, fun voicings and all that. So this initial kind of intro piano bit, basically picking through like a F suspended second, and we'll do this here where we hit the bass note, the F, the 1 on the E there, and then we'll drop down, hit a 1B, open G. All right, repeat that a couple times. And then do it once more, but right at the end of the third one there, we do the open G to a 2G. All right, and the fourth one we do just F on the 1E and just 2 of the first fret on the B. And then we want this interesting kind of inverted voicing of the D suspended second. So we'll hit the 5 on the A, get that D, and then we get the 2 on the D for the suspended second there, the E, and then you can even throw in the 2G with it for the A. And we just strum it and we just let that ring. And towards the end of it, you can kind of pick a couple of those E notes on the 2 of the D. The next pattern we see, just more of like a bare bones version of it, we strum the F sus2, so just kind of make the power chord the 1 E, 3 on the A and D, and then the open G under it. And we just strum that out, let it ring for a little bit, and then we do a little walk down where we do the 2G, open G to 3 on the D, and then off to a D sus2, so open D, 2 on the G, 3B, and an open high E. You can let it ring, or you can strum it out a little bit, up to you. And the next pattern that I like to play with here, it's kind of incorporating a little technique there so we can get, a lot of like the little synthy stuff in the background too. Basically, we just strum that F sus2, so the 1 with the 3 is an open G. And then I like to come over and do this little tapping bit where we get these high 8s on the E and the B there. Alright, but I like to kind of let the chord ring over it, so I'll strum that and then I'll just come over and like tap these with it. Alright, and you can just repeat that. Alright, and then it'll move to a D sus2, and then it throws in this little like sus4 flat 6 vibe, so the same sus2, the open D, 2G, 3B, open E. But then we do this little bit where we, make the flat 6 thing going on, where we just make a 3 on the G, kind of a little dissonant, holding on vibe there, and then we even throw in the 3 on the high E and just go back to that 3G. Okay, just to put a kind of a, trippy feel to it there. And now at this point, we actually kind of hear some actual guitar coming in, and for the most part, it's just kind of doing this high little picking over the top of the chord, but I kind of like to incorporate the chord with it. If it's too much of a stretch for you, maybe don't worry about it so much. You can just do the high picking sections, but I like to try to throw in the bass with it too here. So basically we want this F6 vibe. So I want the F power chords, the 1E, 3A, and I do it this way, index and then the middle on the A, and because I want this 3 on the B under it. Okay, everything else just kind of gets muted incidentally. Fingers are just kind of draped over it, and I stretch over and I hit this 5 on the E, and I'll do the picking between the 5E, 3B as that low power chord is ringing out. Alright, and then we move to a D sus, or D7 sus 4, which basically is just taking that picking that we're doing, the 5 to 3 on the E and B, and just dropping it down to the 3 and 1. But we want the D7 basically over the top of it, which is basically just adding the D power chord over the top of it. So we got the open D, 2G, and then our 1B, 3E. And we can just kind of strum it from the D string, G, B, and then start picking the 3E, 1B. And at the very end, we just kind of hang on the D suspended second. So we'll just hit the 5A, 2D, and we just hold it, let it ring, and then you can even give the 2 on the D, that E note, you can give it a little bend and release. Thanks for checking out the video, everybody. Like it, share it, leave a comment. It's always good to hear from you. Do me a favor and hit the subscription button. I put out a video pretty frequent, so you don't want to miss out on that. Check out the links in the description box below. I have really cool links for tablature books, all the gear I use, t-shirts, fun stuff like that. So thank you very much, and we'll see you next time.